Hey there, YouTube family. I've got a great show for you guys today. It's going to be a little bit of a micro market class. I'm going to be looking at candles and specifically the type of candle that we're looking for Monday. What is that going to tell us about the rest of the week, as well as do a lightning round on hot stocks. I'm going to be covering Meta, TAL, SQQQ, Fuel Cell, ZIM, gold in the miners, GORO and GLDG, as well as a few others. Go ahead and hit the like for me. Don't trade alone in 2023. Hit the subscribe and the notifications on the YouTube bell. Okay, let's kick it off on the S&P 500 as measured by the ticker SPX. SPX continues to be range bound. We've been between 3,900 and 3,800 ever since we came off our highs at the end of December. Now, Monday, in my view, is going to be a critical day to determine where we are going from here. From a charting perspective, the candle shape and volume on the day is going to tell us everything about the rest of the week. Specifically, we closed at 38.95, just under the top of the range. If this bullish trend is to continue, then we need to see another tall-bodied green candle breaking out and closing above 3,900 definitively. If we get a weak, small doji candle, remember a doji candle is like a little cross or a plus sign, then that would indicate that the bulls are losing their momentum. They're not going to buy much more above the 3,900 resistance. When looking at the markets, we always have to keep in check that we don't get overly bullish or overly bearish. But I'm going to tell you that at this moment in time, it is really hard for me not to see any of these strong green days as a bull trap. Some weeks back, when the October to December move up began to reverse and move down, we fell to 37.64. And I said that we're going to back test 39.22. Now, I got to be honest, I wavered on that prediction because the markets got choppy and it just seemed like maybe we wouldn't hit it. But as we closed this Friday at 39.06, I realized that we might still very well be on that target. If we look back on the previous moves on the SPX chart, we see that this same hook pattern that we got from December's highs to this Friday, it's occurred each and every time the S&P 500 has made a new leg down. So Friday's move may just be a massive pump fake. And Monday, in my opinion, is going to tell us how the rest of the week is going to go. Okay, guys, Friday may have been a good day to load up on the SQQQ. Everybody asks me, when should I buy the SQQQ? If we hit 39.22, you may get one more chance to buy the SQQQ at a decent price. What's the ideal price? When are you buying? Well, I'm going to buy at support, which is $50.15. If we pull back, then I will add to my position. All right, let's get into TAL Education, ticker TAL. It is a $2 profit from when I told you guys it was a buy at $6.50. I sold my position to rebuy back at $5.80. There is so much more support there, and I think it's gotten heated up pretty fast. We might climb a little bit more, but I just cashed in my profits, and I'm waiting for a better entry. I'm going to continue to buy the dips on TAL as I believe it's showing great relative strength. I think it's going to continue an upward move, and I think eventually we're going to see a $10 TAL in the course of time. I'm in a target put, TGT, at 155. It had a breakout above 155 on Friday because the markets were doing great, which is a resistance. I think it could go as high as $163. I bought more at 160 and I will add to my position at 163. I am holding on to my puts until they're profitable. That's my game plan. And then we've got Direct Digital Holdings, DRCT. That's the new small cap that I talked to you guys about recently. I have a limit buy order at $2.50. It's not filled yet. I will still bring it to you guys in more depth video ahead of us. Then we have Perion Network. This was a long-term value stock play, part of my long-term stock portfolio. Gave you guys this in July 19th of 2022. Since then, we are still making new highs on this. It has gone up again. We're now sitting at a 60% profit from the time that I gave you guys this stock. I am thinking of taking some profits because, man, has it run up, and it's run up quickly. Guys, I'm curious, do any of you guys own Perion Network along with me, and how are you enjoying those gains? Let me know in the comments. Then we have Verb Technologies, ticker VERB. These guys are continuing to show strength. I think somebody knows something. I have not been able to figure out what that is, but I'm going to give you some more speculation today on that. Verb is a penny stock for swing trading only. It is not an investment grade company. The reason it's not an investment grade company is because they don't have cash. These guys are broke. So they are trying to survive in the recession. I heard some speculation that the last share offering was just enough money to get them through to an M&A deal. An M&A stands for merger and acquisition. In the last quarter's earnings, on their books was reflected an M&A expense, which a lot of people was adequate to bring in high enough level talent to negotiate a favorable deal. Rory, the CEO, said that they would not be doing more share dilution. So many people are speculating that they have an investor or partner that they will be doing a revenue sharing deal that will bring in the money that they need to grow to the next level. So nothing has been definitive, but bets are being made on the idea of a soon to be announced deal. Do not load up. I'm not buying any more based on this speculation, but I am holding what I've got. If we get back to 40 cents, then I would consider adding to my position. From a technical perspective, we want to see Verb hold 16 cents. We want to see that be support moving forward. I also want to point out that there is a hammer candle that is formed on Verb on Friday. So people might ask, Josh, what's a hammer candle? A hammer is a price pattern in a candlestick that occurs when a stock trades significantly lower than its opening price, but by the end of the day, it rallies back up to the top. This pattern forms a hammer-shaped candlestick in which the lower shadow, which is sometimes referred to as the tail, is twice the size of the candle body. This is a bullish candle, and it often leads to a continued price move up. We hope so with Verb. Okay, guys, I want to take a quick station break for my Moomoo affiliate. Click the link in the top pinned comment. If you're looking for a fresh start in your trading in 2023, these guys will give you up to 15 free stock. And for a limited time, you get a chance to win $60,000. They're a licensed and registered exchange out of Palo Alto, California. They'll give you guys the free level 2 data. They've got a free stock screener for finding the hot stocks. They offer the lowest retail margin account. They've got 8 order types. They're available on your phone, your tablet, and your computer, but they're only available in the US, Australia, and China. Plus, they've got the Stock Josh family chat group. Click the link and get the free stock. Let's jump into Facebook Meta. This has been bullish, and I called a buy on the bottom of this chart at 86 bucks. I have not held mine through the entire run-up, but I was looking at the stock again. It's nearing a resistance, and we need to watch out for those who are in it. It's going to hit a wall at around $133. It also ended Friday, though, with a hammer candle. So I'm expecting another push up, but then it may face a reversal and begin to go back to retest its lows. Alibaba, which is a favorite. I'm often in Baba. I sometimes get into Baba every day. It's a default stock for me to trade. I've made a lot of money on Baba, and I know those charts like the back of my hand. I think it's going up to $110, and then I think it's going to face rejection. Disney is at a resistance, but if it breaks out, I think it could squeeze all the way to $99. But if it fails here, then I think we're going to back test to $90. Now, sometime back, I talked about FCEL, FCEL. I mentioned that it could be bought for a bounce off of 250. I didn't personally get back into it, even though it turned out to be a good call. I've just been in better stocks, but I think we're likely to see a push up to $3, maybe even as high as $3.50. That's a little bit less likely, but I see that the overall momentum and direction for FCEL remains bearish. I think there may be another opportunity to buy off of a bounce around $2 ahead. I'm not convinced that FCEL is out of its decline phase, and so I'm not going long on it. I will consider it again if it gets to $2. Okay, guys, now this is one that's going to create some ruffling of the feathers, as they say. Last call to sell your ZIM. In November, I did a video when ZIM integrated shipping services hit $25, and I warned that it was going lower. In that video, I said, put your stop loss at $23 and do not accept a loss greater than that. In the last week, ZIM was trading below $17. ZIM reached a high of $91, And I believe that very soon we're going to see a new low of $12. I'm giving you guys another warning on ZIM. I would highly recommend a stop loss at $16.34 if you don't want to ride it to 12. This is one of those story stocks that I've talked with you guys about. The story revolves around this great dividend plan. That's what everybody got sucked in on. The problem with the dividends is that they can be changed at any time. Small companies can offer dividends to attract stock buyers only to be propping up the stock and cashing out of their own shares. In addition, I've shared this before, the big problem with ZIM ahead is the recession, global deflation. That's what's on the horizon. I've done this before. Shippers get crushed in a recession. I did it back in 2008, 2009 with dry ships. We rode that up to $120 from $5, and then it came all the way back down to $3. This is what Uncle Larry calls the okie doke. Now I'm bearish on ZIM. Josh's rating is a sell. Okay, another of the most popular stocks that I get asked about all the time is GORO and GLDG, the gold small cap stocks. Guys, the story is that gold does well in a recession. And traditionally, that's true. Gold prices do go up when inflation brings the value of the currency down. That's not happened. The value of the dollar is near all-time highs. And I've shown you guys the chart of the dollar on this channel climbing and climbing and climbing for months now. Gold can be an inverse hedge to stocks, but it isn't always. Gold can be just as vulnerable as the stock market if investors don't want it, and investors have not been buying it in the last year, 2022. Because I'm a technical trader, the charts are just neutral to me. We've had out of control inflation and gold fell 22 cents from March until November of 2022. It should be breaking out if gold was recession proof. So let me read this part of an article to you guys. Is gold more or less valuable during a recession? When inflation rises, so does the price of gold. False. Gold can still have poor performance during inflationary periods. In the 1980s, for example, inflation rose around 6.5%, yet gold prices did not increase. In fact, gold prices over that 4-year period fell 10%. This took place again between 1988 and 1991 when gold prices dropped 7.6% during a 4.6% inflationary period. So GORO and GLDG, I'm neutral on. These stocks have poor trade quality. Someone's going to say, what's poor trade quality, Josh? It means that they're not doing anything one way or another. They're not really going up or down right now. GORO looks like it could hit $1.70 to $1.79 on the high side. I think it's going to find support around $1.52. And GLDG could get as high as $1.32 on the upside. And I think it could have a downside to $1.05. Guys, that's it. If you liked the video, last call to subscribe. Enjoy your weekend. Say hi in the comments. Monday should be a great day of trading. I look forward to seeing you guys all in the chat. Peace and blessings, my friends. Take care.